Alright, hello. Welcome to another video about Marvel Rivals because I like the game and I play the game a lot. Not a lot. I haven't played a lot in the last week because it's the start of the season and like everything sucks at the start. So like, why would I play? Quick play is still a mess, like always. Somehow quick play is worse than it usually is. I mean, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video today is simple. And it is about the best team up in the game. Hands down, objectively, at a technical standpoint, a statistical standpoint, at a player standpoint, at a worker standpoint. This is the best team up in the entire game, and it's not even comparable to anything else. So before we actually get into it, since I never say this at the start of my videos, like, comment, subscribe because it shares the video out to people, and I would love for you to do that because I like attention on my videos. Anyways, so we're gonna be talking about the Adam Warlock, Mantis and Star-Lord team up, Guardian Revival, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, but we're really gonna be talking about the Mantis and Adam aspect of it. So if you don't know what a res comp is, it obviously stands for a resurrection composition in your team. And if you didn't know what the Adam Warlock and Mantis team up does, it lets them revive themselves. Well, more specifically, it lets Mantis and Star-Lord revive themselves. And it basically means you have to kill them twice because it is on like a 130-second cooldown. But again, that is a long time, but really is not also a long time. I don't know how to explain that part. But res comp is really more like Star-Lord, Adam, Mantis, and Rocket. Literally the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like literally. Except Jackson and Gamora because they're not in the game. Literally, if you have these four people, and maybe you can even add in Hela Loki, because Hela also has a team up that she can revive her brothers full health, by the way, and every time she gets a kill, they get extra health. It's literally a crazy. That is also one of the best team ups in the game if your Hela is good. But most of the time, it's more like it's kind of just there. I mean, it's still a great team up. Again, it's really dependent on the Hela, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing because it is a really powerful team up and it probably should just be dependent on a really good player. Unlike Guardian Revival, which is just dependent on you learning when's the best time to die or not. Really, that's basically what it is. Okay, can I waste my resurrection here or should I wait an extra few seconds and then die? What fight should I die in? I wonder, should it be this fight or the next fight? It's one of those. So yeah, it's really simple, but I saw a TikTok about this video, by the way. This is what I thought a TikTok about. I'm like, I was gonna make a video on that, but I didn't want it to seem like I'm copying that guy. I don't know his name because it was like 2 weeks ago, but it's like a week ago. But anyways, the point of this video is to really hammer the fact that this team up is so good that the developers cannot buff Mantis, Adam, or really Star-Lord either too heavily, because if they do, everyone will be running rescomp. And even in its current state, Mantis and Adam, rescomp is still really powerful. Like it's still like top of the scoreboard, like win rate wise, for like every rank, I'm pretty sure. So especially in Pro League, it dominated in like season 0 and 1. It kind of dominated less in the lesser seasons and the newer seasons, but it's still a really good thing. It's not this thing where it's like out the meta. No, rescomp is still like the meta of Pro League. Basically, it is the most effective strategy available, right? But when the team is so good, you can't really buff or nerf a character. It kind of just makes you think that like maybe it should be removed from the game sooner rather than later. Like I am begging the devs to remove this team up because I want Mantis to be in a state where I can play her in a double support composition, or play Adam in a double support composition, which you can if you're a good Adam. I actually think Adam's better than Mantis. I think Mantis is like the second worst healer in the game, barring Jeff. That's just me personally. And what's funny is this team up has been in the game since the beta. Since Adam Warlock was released to the public in the public beta in August of 2024, basically a year ago, this team, it's been in the game long enough to where like they can like tinker it and remove it. You know, it's been a year. I'm sure they have a lot of team ups coming. Like I'm sure they have a lot of that on the back burner, but they need to put this team up on the back burner and probably never release it again, or they probably need to change it pretty heavily because again, it is such a good team up and it's not dependent on an Adam Warlock or Mantis or Star-Lord. It's really just dependent on, as I said earlier, on how you choose to die. And like again, as I said earlier, do I die? Like everyone with a brain's gonna be like, my team is down 2. It would be a 3v6 if I died, but if I revive myself, it would still be a 4v6. So I'm going to back up and retreat and hide. So for one, I don't stagger, and for two, I can die playing really aggressive and get away with it because I can just revive myself. And that 5v6 is still a 6v6, or 4v6 if you're playing Mantis and Star-Lord. It's still a 6v6 because they can just revive themselves. Or, better yet, it's really a 7v6 because Rocket's revival thing exists too. And really, Adam can revive himself too. So really, it's more like a 10v6 if you're really thinking about it. It allows for so much death and destruction to plague your team, like the bubonic plague. Like an extra 4 lives. You have to kill Mantis twice, Star-Lord twice, Adam twice, and you have to kill Rocket's beacon before it revives somebody. That is a lot of extra lives. And again, it's not dependent on someone's specific skill set. Like I mentioned Hela. Again, Hela has to wait until one of her brothers die, or both, find someone that's out of position or low enough that she can get a pick and revive them, right? And like aiming is not easy. No matter what anyone says, aiming is the hardest thing you can do in any game. So hopefully that Hela is good enough that she can revive both her brothers and not sisters, but both her brothers, and to keep them in the fight long enough for either the team to regain momentum or to slow down the enemy. You know, I don't really know. I wouldn't really think into what like specific situation like it would be in. Like I revived Loki's in like 1v6s on accident. Sorry about that. Like they should probably have a button to like deny the revival, but that's lame. Like I've also revived Loki's in like 5v6s. I didn't even realize he died, and he's just like, the Lord of Asgard has been reborn. You know, that voice line plays. I'm like, oh, okay, that's awesome. Or she says, rise, son of Odin. You know, that's like, it's pretty cool to hear that in game because I'm not paying attention to it. Like, and I main Hela, I never pay attention to the team up like ever. But I think the main problem with it is for one, it's just so easy to do. Like again, Hela has to aim, but everyone else can just press a button, and then just because they have an Adam on the team, now Star-Lord and Mantis can just revive themselves. There's no skill expression. Literally, there's not. Aside from knowing when to die. That's literally it. So obviously, what would I change about it? Maybe make it for where Adam has to do a certain amount of damage before, or like his soul bond has to be active for it to happen. All right, maybe something like that. I don't know how you would do it because again, it's such a weird team up because like it should work like that. Like it really should. But in game, it's kind of just like annoying. And like obviously, we're not buffing and nerfing these characters on their actual power scales. Like if that was true, Scarlet Witch would be like the best character in the game, like objectively, right? She can just erase everyone from reality. So, you know, but that's all I have for today in today's video. My talking's a little weird because I'm sick. I'm very tired right now, so, you know, but I had to get a video out within the week because I like posting once a week at least. But if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe for more. Leave your opinions in the comments. I love reading them. I love all of them so much. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.